They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He gets this to Devontae Adams. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The Raiders still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them going in the right direction. They need it quickly.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Raiders are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff. And when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't. But also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Okay, second and 9.
Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Ready.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. He'll look to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. Touchdown!
Brian Robinson Jr.
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tua going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tua.
That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hands it off out of the gun. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
21G.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to fight.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
from the 24 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Right when he pitched that to him, it looked like he had a good numbers advantage on the outside. He did, and it turned into a nice game.
Allowed his vision to take over, too, because he was able to pick when he put his foot in the ground and took off upfield because he actually had options. Could he go now, wait another second? It really didn't matter, but he chose the exact right time and turned it into a big-time run.
He hits Adams complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 7.
Looking to pass. Tua. It's caught here by Adams.
And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And room there to work it inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Robinson. And power running here down to the the 6-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hey, Chad.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here is the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now Tua.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now from the 42.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on first down.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes out right around the 39. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. There he goes goes right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
44.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here's Tua.
He lets it go deep from there. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right, and he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Bronco 80. 65, 6.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And that is
no good.
And this will stay a 4-point game. And this is still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now Tua on the bootleg here.
A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Got ready.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards.
Here's 1st and goal.
Eagle.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Well, the field goal ties it, but you're down here knocking on the door. What are you doing?
Did you hear the way you just said that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
With hesitance?
Yes, that means you don't want to kick the field goal, and I don't think they do either. They need to go ahead and get these points now and get an advantage and not tie it up. It'll feel like a big disappointment if they just kick the field goal right here.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's first and 10. Now Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Tua. Pass complete, it's Adams.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And partner, the tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
All right, come on.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Throwing Tua.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He has Mayer complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
All right, let's go.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here now, 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. He did have one blocked earlier. This time it's for the win. And his kick is good. And the Raiders escape with a victory. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game.